Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and those of you who identify as both or neither. It is that time of the year. It is time for the download announcement for next year's festival. Just before we started recording, we do have to mention it's currently 5 to 9, and literally just before we started recording, somebody sent us what could be an official leak. We haven't let ourselves get too carried away with excitement just yet. We're waiting for official confirmation when that goes live. Al is with me. Al is going to be monitoring socials for when that goes live. But yeah, so we have seen it, but we're not letting ourselves get too carried away just yet.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a video.
Right. I hate the way they do this, by the way. Just give us the poster. Is it just the video? Is there no like poster or anything? Here we go. Sorry to cut you off, Al. We do. There is a poster.
Been out loud. Released. I just refreshed at 9, and
there is an official poster. So we'll throw that up on screen right now, and let's talk about it. Al, you've never been to download before. Is this enough to get you to go?
I can't actually find it at the moment. I can only find the video.
Well, let's go through it anyway. Let's go through it anyway. So we've got headliners. I think we've all known for a while. The Friday's headliner, Green Day. Perfect. Absolutely cannot wait. Been waiting for 13-year-old me is ecstatic, is crying inside right now. Like the first piece of band merch I ever owned was an American Idiot t-shirt. You know, Saturday night's headliner, Sleep Token. A little bit controversial. We'll come to that more in a minute. Sunday night's headliner, Korn. Again, a little bit controversial, but I do think they've been waiting for it for so long. You know, they deserve it at this point.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Undercard. So let's go through it then. Weezer. Pretty cool. Never thought I'd get to see Weezer. Bullet for My Valentine. I imagine they'll be main support to Korn.
Yeah.
And then the next one down, Jimmy Eat World. Again, great pull. Don Broco. Great to see them creeping up the bill, especially after headlining Trees this year.
Trees. I mean, yeah, Bullet have headlined Trees, Jimmy Eat World have headlined Trees all in recent years as well, so that's interesting.
True, yeah. Another band who a lot of people want to headline Trees as well, Spirit Box. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, that's huge for them to be that far up.
Then we come to one of our probably surprises. Now, this is the band that was announced by accident on the download app this morning. Sex Pistols featuring Frank Carter. I don't think that was on anyone's predictions. Like, who thinks of, you know, the Sex Pistols playing download like just out of nowhere?
Yeah. With no prior teasing or anything.
Yeah.
But then again, people were theorizing because of Frank kind of disbanding the Rattlesnakes recently.
Yeah. But then I think a lot of people thought he might have been going back to Gallows or something.
Yeah.
He did do that one-off show with the Sex Pistols. And then obviously maybe this is just going to be a thing now. You know, doing a few other shows as well. And then we got Within Temptation, The Darkness, Steel Panther. It's fairly all like straightforward download bands.
Download staples.
You'd expect. Then we come to probably what is going to be the biggest controversy of this lineup. McFly. Now, I'm excited for McFly.
Yeah.
I know
me too.
A few of our group are excited for McFly. Do you think they're going to go down well at download? Like, obviously Busted played this year and it like the tent was packed.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to go down well because like Busted, like for me and people around my age, like McFly and Busted were one of the first bands we got into. Like I must have been younger than 10. And I think it's just got such a nostalgic value for a lot of people in the scene because it is probably what they started with, you know. So I think like Busted, it'll go down well. I reckon. Like people will be moaning about it and be like, "Oh, McFly," and they'll be the same people that are singing along to Five Colours in Her Hair in the
Yeah,
tent.
yeah.
So
No, I mean there will be a quite a large group of people though. I imagine that will use that to like as ammunition as their like constant tirade. Download's not a metal festival anymore when it's never been a metal festival. It's a rock festival.
yeah,
You know, but they're gonna see McFly on the poster and just be like, "Oh, downloads, oh, it's rubbish. Oh, it's like, just, you know, just have fun. Just
yeah,
get on with it." Like a large group of people that go to download every year, like, not even like unironically want the Venga Boys to play or have
yeah,
some kind of like cheesy thing every year,
yeah.
and like why, yeah, like ease them in with
Why not?
Busted, then McFly. Next year we have Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, you know. But that would be amazing. Just like one thing on the lineup that's just completely different.
I need Natalie Imbruglia or Sophie Ellis Baxter, something along those lines. Next, but
That would
yeah,
be incredible.
McFly is
Girls
definitely
Aloud.
a segue. Girls Aloud. Oh my god, I'd
So, like
die.
Sound of the Underground is actually a great rock song. I'll stand by that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Oh, this on. I need that for my two personalities to just collide.
Inside you there are two wolves.
For
Girls
sure.
Aloud and Spirit Box.
And Spirit
Right,
Box.
so
Yeah,
let's go
pretty
through the
much.
rest because there's so much to get through here. Apocalyptica, incredible. Never seen them before, but that is going to be amazing. Cradle of Filth, we almost went to Damnation Festival last week and saw them, but turns out we didn't need to. This is like, okay, let's just go through because we're going to get stuff. So the other two logo bands, you got Lorna Shore and Sixth. So out of just those logo bands, I want to see probably like 95% of them.
I was gonna say, yeah, like there are some that I would want to see, but like I could take or leave depending on what it clashes with, like
Mm.
Bullet, Jimmy, Don Broco, like ones that I've seen in the last couple of years at Trees. But again, like I say, it depends on what it clashes with.
This is the thing. Like,
But yeah,
looking at those logo bands, I don't even want to. Like, I mean, obviously, it's not laid out with where bands are going to be apart from the headliners right now. But those logo bands are either going to be headlining a stage or main support on a stage. It's like how are you going to get to see every band there that you want to see?
yeah.
You know.
So I guess I'm kind of blessed in that way that I've
Mm,
been a lot of these before, so I can
yeah.
have the luxury of choice.
So let's go through the undercard then. Have you got the actual poster up?
I found it now.
Right.
Yeah, it's all good.
Go on. Go on. Do you want to read through the undercard because there's a lot there.
Cool. So in the next section down, we have Airborne,
Mhm.
Alien Ant Farm, Bleed from Within, Boston Manor, Sky. Is it Sky or is it
CKY.
CKY? CKY.
CKY. We can't say what that stands for on YouTube without getting demonetized, but I'll tell you off air.
Valid. Thank you. Dayseeker, Eagles of Death Metal, The Ghost Inside, Jerry Cantrell, Ginger,
Yep.
Mallory
Great.
Knox, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, Meshuggah, North Lane, another big yes, Polaris, Poppy, Starset,
I'll blare it. Don't worry.
Turbo Neo, and Whitechapel.
Right. Just before we go down to the next section, I cannot believe if you'd have told me that I'd be seeing McFly and Meshuggah at the same festival.
Same festival. Literally, I was thinking the same thing about Whitechapel.
Oh yeah, that is like. But this is why I think this is the most diverse lineup that Download's ever had.
Yeah, it's so good
It's
so
like
far.
if you're into your pop punk or your kind of emo, whatever you want to call it, or like let's just say like your alt vibe. You've got like your Green Day and your Weezer and your Jimmy Eat World and your Don Broco and whatever. If you're into like your really heavy stuff, you've got Cradle of Filth, Meshuggah, Lorna Shore, Whitechapel.
Yeah.
You know, like And if you're into more like straight up metal, you've got, or new metal, like you've got Korn, Bullet for My Valentine, Spirit Box. And then if you want something a bit more fun and light-hearted, you've got McFly, The Darkness, Steel Panther. Like that is incredible across the board.
But it just keeps getting better though. Like
Right,
the
let's go.
further down you read,
Right, go on.
Alcest,
Alcest, I think.
um, Amira Elfeki,
Hmm?
Elfeki, Anal Nathrak,
Nathrach.
Archers, Arrows in Action, Archio,
RTO. I know you're going to get pulled up on that.
Archers, Bad Nerves.
The band that leaked it. They're in
Good
trouble.
on you guys. Battlesnake, Bex. Now Bex was, I can't remember if it was this year at Trees or last year at Trees, but they were giving out those. It was this year at Trees. They were giving out the little like business cards, and it was the merch. They were saying, "Oh, if you come down to main stage for my set, like,
was that them?
Silly O'Clock." I'm pretty sure that was Bex.
Okay.
Or Bex was on at Trees at some point this year on the main stage, I'm sure. Currents, Dead Poet Society, Dead Pony, Ivor.
Yeah, Eivor, I think.
Eivor. Feytooth, Filter, Fit for an Autopsy. Oh, amazing. The Funeral Portrait, Gore, Graphic Nature,
Yeah.
Harpy. Harpy was on last year, wasn't she? Is she like, she's like 13 or something?
Oh,
Isn't
really?
she? Harpy?
Oh
no, wait. No, that's
remember...
Harper. I'm getting confused.
Okay.
Harpy is a band.
Okay.
I'm getting confused. It's Harper that's like the...
There are a lot of bands that have like really similar names.
Yeah.
There's like Puppy, Pup, and Poppy. It's like, which one's which?
Yeah. Which is which? Who else? Yeah, Harpy, The Haunt, Holy Wars, House of Protection, Karen Dio, Kim Dracula. Kim Dracula was nominated for a Heavy Music Award this year, I believe.
Yeah, we spoke quite a bit about Kim Dracula, didn't we, when we did that video? Still never got round to actually listening to them, but I think I said in that video I really wanted to, because a lot of people seemed really, really like interested in them and excited by them.
We have even more of an excuse now, to be fair.
Yeah.
Also got Kitty, Lestelle, Loathe.
Yes, big up the boys in Loathe.
Big up the boys in Loathe.
From just down the road here. Big up the boys in Loathe.
Lolo. It's the little O's with the line through it.
Yeah.
And I'm painfully English, so apologies. The Meths, Melted Bodies, Nothing More, Novelists, Orbit Culture, Riding the Low.
Paddy Constantine's band, definitely go and check them out. They're amazing.
The Scratch, 7 Hours After Violet, Sim, Sophie Lloyd, The Southern River Band, Spiritual Cramp, Split Chain, Static Dress.
Yeah.
Survive, Said the Prophet, Svalbard, Silosis, Team Mortgage, Trophy Eyes. I'm surprised to see Trophy Eyes like that far down on the undercard, to be honest.
Well, this is all alphabetical, isn't it? So they can still be like far up somewhere.
Silly me. I was like, oh yeah, why are they so far down? Underside, Unprocessed, Venus Girls, Vola, Vows or Vows, and Windhand. So there's a lot of there that I do know and a lot that I've never heard of before. Which
and I think that's always the way a download, isn't it? Like there's always, I don't know most of the bands that play every year, but eventually these bands are the ones that are going to be coming up. So let's just go back to the top then. Sleep Token. The reason I said it was controversial before is because the last time they played, and I've got the poster just there, the last time they played Download in 2022, they were like a late afternoon band on the third stage.
Yeah.
And now they're headlining Download that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and like all credit to them. I love Take Me Back to Eden. I think they deserve it. But a lot of people really, really don't think they deserve it just off that one great album. Like they've got other great albums as well. But a lot of people were
I
saying, well, I'll go back to camp early then.
I get it, but I also don't, because every band has that breakthrough album for starters, and B, what would you have them put on instead? Slipknot again?
Mm,
Like
yeah,
what? What you would moan either way. So
yeah.
I,
Well, I
for
would
me
moan at Slipknot.
personally,
Yeah.
yeah, like I would want something new. Like, why not? And they're also massive. You know, I've got tickets to two of the dates on their arena tour that's coming up, like,
Mm.
well, like
Sold
in a
out
couple
arena
of weeks'
tour,
time.
I might add.
Exactly, where they added new dates and stuff. That's
Yeah.
how I ended up with dates to tickets to two dates.
Mm,
Um, was the Leeds one got announced later as an additional date due to demand. So it's like,
yeah.
well, they're
Sold out
selling out
Wembley in 10
arenas.
minutes.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. And that was last year,
Yeah.
was it? Or the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
year.
Last year. Yeah.
Um, so
Do you know what I've just
tough.
noticed?
Sorry,
Do you
but
know what I've just
I'm gassed for them.
speaking to what you were saying then about would you rather the same bands again?
Mm.
We've got for the first time since I'd have to go back in my download memory banks to find out properly. Certainly since I've been going to download, which will be, I mean, my first one was in 2012, so that's what, be 13 years ago next year. It's 3 new headliners. It's
Yeah.
3 bands that have never headlined this festival before. Green Day have never even played Download before. This is like Download have been after
That's
Green
like,
Day. Download have been after Green Day since day one. Andy Coppin has been after Green Day for over 20 years at this point, and he's
yeah,
finally got them. Like, that is incredible. You know, and then, yeah, Sleep Token are like the big thing right now. Like, strike while the iron's hot, push them up,
yeah,
let them put on a
why not?
show, and say, we
Yeah.
deserve to be here.
They'll draw a crowd.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Oh, of course. Like,
we've we've seen now this year in particular, and a little bit of last year with Bring Me, that Download seem to have kind of taken a bit of, they've turned a corner almost, and have finally started like booking different bands or new upcoming bands, or bands that don't necessarily fit into the metal genre.
mm,
Um, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a really good mix of styles for the headliners as well.
mm.
And I'm actually well excited for Corn. Like, that's just going to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love Biffy Clyro. You know how much I love Biffy
Mm.
Clyro. But when they headlined in 2022, Korn got a bigger crowd than Biffy.
Yeah,
And I felt really sorry for Biffy. But I also
yeah,
felt really sorry for Korn for not being pushed up already.
mm,
Like, you know, some people say, well, why now? Why not? You know, there's that Simpsons meme. Why now? Why not 10 years ago? It's like, yeah, why not 10 years ago, by the way? Like,
yeah. But new metal's having such a big resurgence now,
yeah.
and Corn is a massive part of that. So it makes sense,
Mm,
because you're pleasing the old crowd and the new crowd all in one. So
mm.
what's the harm? Um,
And then just
one
looking
thing
at
I
that Undercard.
do,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, sorry, one thing I have to say about this. I love how gender balanced it is.
We still don't have a female headliner.
No, but in
But,
comparison to other announcements we've seen recently, slam dunk, already this is looking like we've got a much more diverse lineup.
yeah.
Even, especially for a first announcement. So that pleases me greatly. Yes,
Yeah.
we would like to see the day where there is a female headliner, but
Well, that's why we were saying, weren't we, about the possibility of Linkin Park headlining.
mm,
And like how if like Linkin Park is obviously like an already established name. But if they
mm,
were to headline now, that would count as a female headliner because
yeah.
of Emily.
As
Um,
much as I love Linkin Park, if I had to choose who I wanted to be my first female headline, it has to be Paramore.
yeah,
It has to be
yeah,
Paramore or Evanescence.
yeah. And
Those would be
I
my
think
personal top
Paramore
two choices.
are the more likely out of those two.
Yeah.
And I think especially after the last few years, you've got what? So like in the last 2 downloads this year and what will be next year, out of the 6 headliners, 5 of them were brand new headliners.
Yeah.
Queens of the Stone Age, Fall Out Boy, Green Day, Sleep Token, Korn, obviously Avenged Sevenfold had headlined before.
Mm.
So like, what's the like next year? What's to stop them being like, well, yeah, Paramore. I think the last time Paramore even played was 2007. And what's to stop them just going, yeah, we'll have them back as a headliner.
Yeah.
You know,
That would be so sick. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the representation, and like I'm super glad that Spirit Box are up there as well.
another
I
band that I called on my prediction, by the
they're,
way.
they're very rarely in the UK. That's true. You did. What would you say you're most surprised by on here?
McFly. I was really not expecting McFly, but like that's not in a bad way. Now someone that we know had said to us that they didn't know who it was, but they had told us in advance that there was someone on this lineup that people might not be happy with, and I think it was that. I think it was McFly.
It makes the most sense, I think.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm curious as to where they're going to be, because if you put them on the same spot that Busted were on this year and put them in a tent, are you just going to end up with another safety issue? Because I was in that tent for Busted. Fortunately, we went down to see Wheatus before it, and we got our way through the crowd naturally, kind of thing. But trying to get in to that tent after that was a genuine health concern, because that many people wanted to see Busted. Are they going to do the same thing for McFly? Or because if you put McFly on the second stage or the main stage, that's going to cause more issues, I think.
Well, this is the thing, is that I think it's a lose-lose situation, because they obviously underestimated the amount of people that were going to go to Busted. And I think they'll probably do the same with McFly, because of backlash they might receive, with people not being happy about it, whatever.
Just
so they
hearing
might...
you say that, just hearing you like us talking about Download, and we're talking about McFly.
McFly in the same sentence. Yeah, I know, it's wild, isn't it? Like, I just think it would be so cool. I think people need to relax a little bit more.
Yeah.
And also, the one thing that a lot of people need to come to understand is that not everything is designed to please them and only them.
But like we just said, there's enough there. I mean, we don't know who's going to be on who's going to be headlining the second stage. It seems to me, based on the way this, like the way the Sideways poster is spread out, that Weezer would be supporting Green Day, like they did on the Hella Mega Tour. Bullet for Valentine would be supporting Korn. And then you'd want to say maybe, I don't know, like, do you go for like the kind of like the fact that Sex Pistols are legends? Do you want to put them underneath Sleep Token? Do you want to put Spirit Box because they sound quite similar?
Yeah.
Like it's who you put in different positions.
I would have gone for Spirit Box, but yeah. I'll be interested to see the stage splits when they eventually come out, and then obviously, we're gonna have more announcements. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, but
where
not that
we
many.
think things are going to be might end up shifting about a bit. True. Yeah, this is quite a stacked one because of Outbreak, wasn't it?
Yeah. So the original plan for this was there was going to be 60 bands announced, and then because Outbreak Festival is the same weekend, I think Download panicked a little bit and was like, right, we're going to have 90 straight off the bat. Now there's only normally like 110 at Download anyway. So we're only going to get another 20 bands, and none of those are going to be logo bands, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, well, maybe then, because normally there's...
Maybe a handful.
Yeah, because so you got 3 on the main stage, 2 on the same, 1. Yeah, so you have 7 logo bands per day, which is 21. So there's room there for another 4 bands to get logos.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, it's all going to be lower down bands, I imagine. But just looking at it, like if like say like Sex Pistols clash with Sleep Token, do you go and see the Sex Pistols because
it's the Sex Pistols?
The Sex Pistols. When are they like it could be touch wood, but they could be dead by the next time like they come around and do something.
Yeah,
Sleep Token are just hitting, just taking off basically.
yeah.
It's just it's so stacked. It's impossible to say. Like any of those bands could clash, and I'd be struggling with it.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah, because they
and
each
that.
have their own strengths as well, and like
Mm,
each have their own reasons behind it. Like, let's say for me, McFly and Lorna Shore, lol, opposite ends of the spectrum, happen to clash.
but I think that
It
like
will be like, oh god, they're
so many
so
people,
different. How do I choose?
so many people would still like treat that as a big clash, and I don't think Download are prepared for
Yeah.
that. I think they just kind
No,
of say, well, yeah, if you don't like that heavy stuff, you've got McFly. And it's like, no, but sometimes the people that like the heaviest stuff love that cheesy stuff as well. You know,
yeah,
but just going even further down, like Meshuggah, North Lane, Poppy, Whitechapel, Ginger. Just the more I look at it, the better it gets. I think
mm,
this might be the most well-rounded Download lineup, especially certainly since I've been going. You know,
mm,
maybe not the best. I don't want to say the best. I don't want to say the biggest, because you've had bands like Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Metallica. You know, it's probably not the biggest lineup, but I think it's the most diverse. It's the most
yeah.
inclusive.
It's a very modern download
Yeah,
lineup,
yeah. And this
if you
is
will.
this is definitely something
Um,
that it's like a new direction for the festival, isn't it? I think since the 20th anniversary, and do you know, I think it's Bring With the Horizon that did it. Seeing how well Bring With the
mm,
Horizon went down, kind of inspired them to be like, well, why aren't we pushing up more new bands? You know, and then since Bring With the
yeah,
Horizon headlined, we've had 5 new headliners.
yeah. It kind of opened the floodgates a bit, didn't it? And it
Mm,
only takes one. And I'm more than happy for like, every couple of years for them to put like a more traditional download band on the lineup, as a headline.
mm,
I think the point was it was more like let's just mix it up a bit every now and then,
yeah, yeah,
I think those sort of traditional bands are still quite important just to the culture at download, but there's going to come a point where they have to draw in a new crowd, and I think that they're starting to do that now,
mm,
since the Bring Me headline. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, like if in 2026, like AC/DC or Guns N' Roses are coming around, like there's no way you ignore that and just go, well,
yeah,
actually, no, we're gonna, But then like someone like an AC/DC would be like the draw to sell the tickets, and then throw a
mm,
Paramore in,
yeah,
or throw
yeah,
somebody else.
exactly.
Um, whereas this, I think, like obviously I think Green Day are the biggest out of those 3 headliners, but
Mm,
not one of them stands out as like that's the band that's selling the tickets. The other 2 are just kind of there. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it's quite balanced, and I also think the undercard will sell a lot of tickets as well.
Mm.
Um,
I'm so excited by this. I mean, we
yeah,
look forward to this every year. Oh, I'm so excited by this. Just, I actually don't know what to say. I'm actually speechless for the first time in a good long time looking at the first download announcement. Because normally you have the excitement and you're like, oh yeah, that's that band. We're going to see that band. And then you kind of go,
mm,
okay, we're going to go and see that band. And I'm just looking at it now and being like, who am I going to prioritize? Like, what is my day
yeah,
going to look like there?
yeah. It's going to be the worst when that Clash Finder comes out.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well,
yeah,
Al,
for
is
sure.
it
I enjoy it
enough
a
to get
lot.
you to go to your first ever download festival?
I think so. I think so.
Good. Have we done it?
I'll probably, sleep on it. I've got a couple of days till I need to get my ticket.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so tickets
but
don't come
it's
out
it's
till,
definitely drawing me more than previous years have, which
yeah.
is a good sign.
Yeah. I mean, you want your first time to be one that like you don't want to go just because everyone else is going.
Yeah.
Like with a lineup like that you know you're going to enjoy. That's going to make it even more special as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. It will make things better if it's the weather's naff again.
That will help. Yeah. We pray for better weather after what happened this year. But yeah. So
Yeah.
we're going to leave it there because I think we're just going around in circles in a bit of like giddy excitement. So we're going to leave it there. But let us know what you
For
think.
sure.
Is it enough to get you there next year? Come and hang out with us in Discord, by the way. We've set that up now. The link for that is going to be in the description down below. So come and have your say. If there's any bands that you think that we need to check out that we haven't really spoken about much in this discussion, come and tell us. Come and share some links, and we'll share some music and stuff together. We've got a lot of other festivals that we're going to be talking about. You know, the Bloodstock announcements, the 2000 Trees lineup came out. It's almost time for Reading and Leeds to come out, and we've got a few others to talk about as well. So we'll be getting to that some point in the next few weeks. We've got the Linkin Park album coming out on Friday, which we'll be going over. Don't know when that'll be out. And of course, we've got our big Vegas video that we're currently working on as well. So we've got loads coming up over the next, for the rest of the year, basically, between now and Christmas. So if you like what we do here, if you like this, please subscribe down below. Come and hang out with us on Discord. Come and follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We're also on X, but I don't want to touch that with a barge pole. And we're also on TikTok, but I, again, don't want to go anywhere near that. That's your domain. But that's all from us. Toodles.
Toodles.
I'm trying to make Toodles work, by the way. Al hates it. Let us know if you think Toodles works. Hi everyone, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. If you want to see something similar to this, then you can click on the link here. If you want to see something very different to this, then you can click on the link here. And if you haven't subscribed already and you want to, you can click on the link here. If you want to come and follow us on social media, you can click on the links in the description down below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.